guys, strap in, grab your snacks, and maybe a notepad because this is the first game on our list, Genshin Impact. The game that made millions of people feel like anime protagonists while simultaneously teaching them the harsh realities of gacha. Let's talk open world exploration from windswept peaks of Mondstadt to the neon lit streets of Inazuma. This game basically a free living anime. And yes, if you don't stop for selfies with every random NPC, are you even playing? Now, the real magic is here. Combat. Elemental combos are everything. Pyro plus Hydro. Boom! Vaporize. Cairo plus Electro. Super conduct. And yes, I may have spent 20 minutes trying to set the world on fire. Just for science. Or memes. Yeah. Each character has unique abilities. From floating swords of Jean to Zonghild's god tier shields. And don't get me started on the Raiden Shogun. She is basically the reason my Primogen stash now resembles a person's student debt. Actually. Now, let's talk story and lore. Teviad isn't just a place to grind levels, it's a living world. Sfatu, Hill Churls, every faction has a story. And yes, sometimes that story makes you cry. Or just laugh uncontrollably at Hilcher doing, Hilcher things. Well, I once spent 45 minutes trying to figure out how to unlock a secret dungeon only to realize I had to press the other button. Classic. Why? Just why? Co-op is where Genshin really shines. Exploring Teviat with friends feels epic. You can strategize elemental combos, how to tackle bosses, and even flex your new 5-star character while they cry in jealousy. Alright, let's get real. Gacha system. Free to play players can totally enjoy the game, but if you want that shiny 5-star character immediately, well, good luck. It's like opening a bag of chips and only finding it. The grind is a part of the charm. Kinda. Exploration is rewarded with puzzles, hidden chests, and Enemy. I'm gonna write that somewhere here because I just cannot pronounce that. And Geoclay to upgrade your stamina. Trust me, these little collectibles make you feel like Indiana Jones, except with more wind gliding and elemental explosions. And then there are boss fights. Take Storm Terror for example. Flying through the sky, dodging attacks, triggering elemental combos. It's like the game knows exactly how to make you feel powerful and slightly terrified at the same time, balancing it. 6, 7. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. I'm just gonna, just shut up. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I got it. Inventory management is surprisingly fun too. You're juggling weapons, artifacts, and character stats while trying not to think how much time you spent staring at menus. Classic gamer problem. Let's also discuss events. Genshin constantly offers limited game time events. This is a poster of the event. Yeah. And there are rewards for free players with permagens, gear, and occasionally pure chaos. These events keep the world feeling alive, and give us all a reason to spend an extra 6 hours running a virtual marathon for a free costume. That's pretty sad. You can find other things to do with your life other than that. By the way, the soundtrack. Absolute banger. From relaxing tunes in Mondstadt to electric vibes of Inazuma, the music adapts perfectly to your adventure mood. Perfect for sipping soda while gliding off a cliff. So, after all, why do I give Genshin Impact a 9 out of 10? Stunning visuals, endless content, fantastic combat, and a living world that feels like a playground. Minus the gacha frustrations, this is a free to play done right. Memes? Check. Fun? Check. Excessive obsession? Also check. Alright, that's Genshin Impact. Stay tuned because next up is Destiny 2 New Light. Next up, we're blasting into the cosmos with Destiny 2 New Light, the free to play version of the game that proves you can be a space hero and not pay a single galactic credit. Alright, let's set the scene. Imagine you're a guardian armed with superpowers, sick weapons, and the kind of armor that makes you cooler than any Instagram filter could ever hope to achieve. That's Destiny 2. And yes, the free version of the game gives you enough to feel like a total legend without paying a dime. Let's talk classes. Titan, Hunter, Warlock. Each comes with subclasses that feel like they were ripped straight out of a superhero origin story. Titans, walking tanks with shields that can show bullets midair. Hunters, masters of stealth and precision. Warlocks, space wizards with explosions that make your enemies cry or respawn immediately. Combat is fast, fluid, and absurdly satisfying. Your weapons have unique perks, exotic abilities, and yes, there's that moment when you feel like a superhero in slow motion, dodging bullets while spraying a magazine full of kinetic glory. Then we have raids. Imagine coordinating with 5 other guardians to tackle enemies, puzzles, and bosses that could probably destroy your planet if unchecked. Raids are high pressure, high reward, and perfect for flexing your teamwork skills, which I'm bad at, or showing off memes in the chat when somebody wipes for the 10th time. PvP. Oh, yes. Crucible is where things get spicy. Quick reflexes, map knowledge, and even a bit of luck are key. And trust me, nothing feels better than clutching around in the last few seconds while your squad loses their collective minds in the voice chat. Now, let's talk about gear and loot. Destiny 2 nails the feeling of progression. You can collect weapons, mods, armory sets, and shaders that make you look like the coolest space fashion icon in existence. The free to play version gives you enough to experiment, but expansions, well, let's just say they're tempting. Main moment incoming. When you finally get a sweet drop after 10 wipes, cue the slow motion, fist pump, and triumphant victory music. Seriously, the dopamine rush wise, Destiny 2 isn't just a shoot and loot simulator. The Tower, the Vanguard, the mysterious factions across the solar system, they all have lore that makes you care. And yes, sometimes it's deep, sometimes it's ridiculous, but it's always entertaining. And don't forget the seasonal events. Limited time activities reward you with gear, cosmetics, and sometimes pure chaos, just like Genshin. It's basically like a holiday in space. Literally. Oh, this guy's wobbling a lot. I'm gonna cut that out. Okay, free to play analysis. New Light gives you enough content to feel like a guardian without spending a cent or even a penny. There are expansions that cost money, sure, but the base game is packed. You can explore planets, tackle story missions, raid, and PvP. No wallet required. Overall, I'm gonna give Destiny 2 a 8 out of 10. Stunning visuals, incredible combat, rewarding raids, and enough content to keep you busy for months. Minus the occasional grind and temptations to buy expansions, this is a free to play done like a space legend. Shooting star. And that's Destiny 2. Coming up next, Path of Exile. A game so deep, you'll question your life choices in a weird way. Next up, we enter the grim, gothic world of Path of Exile. Think Diablo, but with a little more chaos. A lot more loot, and a passive skill tree so massive it could probably double as a small nation. Dang. Alright, let's start with combat. Path of Exile isn't just clicking monsters until they die. No. It's a strategy, positioning, and optimizing your build to feel like a god among the mortals. Or at least until a boss one-shots you and you rage quit temporarily. I'm probably the only one who did that. Yeah. There are 7 character classes, each with subclasses called Ascendance. I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm gonna put the spelling up. Want to be a shadowy assassin, a fire spewing wish, or a brute so tanky he is like basically the terrain? Path of Exile has you covered. And trust me, the builds are endless. Literally endless. Let's talk about the passive skill tree. This thing is legendary in both size and complexity. You can spend hours planning a build, sweating, only to realize that you made a hybrid that's basically useless. But hey, that's part of the fun, maybe. Path of Exile is all about experimentation, learning, and a lot of memes. Now, loot. Oh boy, loot. Weapons, armor, gems, flasks. If it's in the game, it's probably in your inventory at least once. The randomized system makes every drop exciting and terrifying. You might get that ultra rare sword or a magic wand that looks like a stick somebody found in their backyard. Meme potential off the charts. And then there's leagues. Seasonal leagues introduce mechanics that shake the entire game up entirely. That's the best way I could put it. They're basically like mini events that give you new ways to grind, earn currency, and flex on other players. Free to play, totally viable. You can dive into leagues and still experience the full thrill of Path of Exile without spending a dime. Boss fights are when Path of Exile really shines. Each encounter requires strategy, timing, and a little bit of screaming at the screen. Me moment. When your build is perfectly tuned, but RNG decides otherwise. Don't get it? That's supposedly relevant. Okay, free to play analysis. Let's break it down. Path of Exile is actually generous. You get access to a vast majority of content without paying at all. And the only real paywall is cosmetics and sometimes convenience items. This means the hardcore grinders and budget ballers can stay free while the collectors drool over the microtransactions. One of my favorite features, the gem system. Your abilities are gems that you socket into gear, and the combinations are endless. Fireball plus chain lightning plus. Okay, now you turn your enemy into Swiss cheese. And yes, the feeling is euphoric. Story and lore. Poe delivers in spades. Exiles, gods, betrayals, and a world that's bleak, beautiful, and brutal. Every area has secrets, and every dungeon feels like a story waiting to be discovered. It's deep, it's dark, and sometimes it'll make you laugh at the absurdity of your own mortality. Pact of Exile is also social. Trading, party play, and joining guilds enhances the experience. And if you ever feel lonely, just remember you can always yell at strangers in the global chat. You know what? No, don't do that. Wait, actually, do not do that. Bad advice. Don't do that. Free to play, fully supported, fully fun. So, after all, why does Path of Exile get a 7? Wait, 7. Yeah, this is 7. Sorry. Yeah, this is 7 out of 10 for me. Yeah. Depth, complexity, and endless replayability. Rare free to play mechanics and the sweet feeling of landing the build that you dreamed about. Memes, check. Fun, check. Insane amounts of loot, double check. And that's Path of Exile, folks. Coming up next, Warframe, where you learn that being a ninja in space isn't fantasy, it's a lifestyle. Next, we enter the world of Warframe, the game that proves you can be a ninja in space with guns, swords, lasers, and enough abilities to make your head spin, all for free. Alright, let's talk frames. Each Warframe is basically a superhero with unique abilities. One is summon a giant flaming sword. I have the Tanjiro mini katana here. Flaming sword. Yeah, I'll just put it back. Done. Invisible stealth attacks. You got it. Summon a horde of exploding minions? Oh, absolutely. Each frame feels different, and mastering them is insanely satisfying. Then we have weapons: rifles, pistols, bows, melee. Each weapon has mods, customizations, and insane combos. You spend hours testing what works best. And yes, sometimes you'll accidentally blow yourself up. Me moment when your heavy weapon sends you flying into the wall. Classic Warframe Warframe Chaos. Parkour mechanics? Oh, they're glorious. Wall running, double jumps, grinding rails like Tony Hawk. And sometimes you misjudge and faceplant in front of a boss. Yeah. Co op gameplay is where Warframe also really shines. Teaming up with friends, like assembling the coolest ninja squad ever. Each player brings unique abilities, combos, and a generous dose of chaos. And yes, wiping repeatedly on a boss just makes victory sweeter. Let's talk mods and crafting. Warframe's customizability is insane. Want your pistol to shoot lightning? Sure, here you go. Want your melee attacks to explode? Absolutely, here you go. And building new frames is like a free to play crafting puzzle that actually feels rewarding. Yeah, just I think every game is trying to copy Minecraft. Yeah, never mind that. Story. Warframe delivers in a subtle, almost cryptic way. Ancient Tenno, sentient machines, interplanetary conspiracies. The lore is deep and mysterious. And while it might take a little digging, uncovering these secrets feel epic. Free to play analysis. Warframe is is like practically a masterclass. You unlock every frame, every mission without spending a single cent. A single cent! Yes, premium currency exists for convenience and cosmetics, but the game itself is gorgeous enough for hardcore free players or budget ballers. Events and updates, constant. Digital extremes keep adding content, challenges, and new frames, keeping the game alive, feeling fresh. It's like a free buffet of ninja space action, never ending, always satisfying, and occasionally explosive. So, why does Warframe get a 9 out of 10 from me? Infinite customization, exhilarating combat, fun co op gameplay, insane parkour mechanics, and generous free to play content. Plus, the memes practically write themselves. It's a ninja paradise, a parkour dream, and a free to play masterpiece. And that's Warframe. Next up, we're hitting the arena with Counter Strike 2. With strategy, reflexes, and a little bit of luck separate the legends from the noob. Finally, we enter the arena with Counter Strike 2, the game that proves you don't need flashy powers or parkour to feel like a legend. Just reflexes, strategy, and a little bit of luck. Let's talk about competitive gameplay. Every match is a chess game played at 200 miles per hour. Strategy, communication, and map knowledge are key. One wrong move, one missed shot, and well, meme moment incoming. When your teammate yells at you for missing a one tap headshot. Classic. Weapons are everything in CS2. Rifles, pistols, SMGs, and grenades. Each has recoil patterns, spray control, and tactical utility. Mastering them feels like learning a musical instrument. The instrument occasionally tried to kill you. Maps, legendary. Dust 2, Mirage, Inferno. Everything has its own map, its own flow, choke points, and secret angles. Knowing these maps is the difference between clutches and rage quitting. And yes, sometimes you discover a spot so good it becomes a meme in your squad. Game modes: classic bomb defusal, hostage rescue, and deathmatch. Each mode tests different skills. Diffuse is tactical. Hostage requires teamwork. And deathmatch, well, deathmatch is pure chaos. Free to play analysis. CS2 is fully free and fair. You can get access to all maps, core gameplay, and competitive matchmaking without spending a single penny. Skins and cosmetics exist, but they don't impact skill, which is great because your aim still has to be on point. No amount of shiny AKs can fix that. Let's talk team play and strategy. Smoke grenades, flashbangs, coordinated pushes. These are what separate the pros from noobs. And yes, yelling in the voice chat is optional, but highly recommended for maximum meme potential. Don't do that, guys. Just don't do that. Please don't do that. Please. Clutch moments? Oh, yes. Nothing feels better than winning around 1v5 while your teammates scream in disbelief. The learning curve is real but rewarding. You'll go from missing every shot, which I still do, to hitting insane flicks, understanding smokes, and timing flashes like a tactical genius. And yes, the memes along the way are endless. Graphics and sound. CS2 shines. Footsteps, weapon audio, and map design all contribute to incredibly competitive experience. Hearing a single footstep can literally make or break a round. Overall, why does Counter-Strike 2 get a 9 out of 10 from me? Classic gameplay, competitive depth, free-to-play fairness, incredible maps, and endless memes worthy moments. Minus a few severe server hiccups, this game delivers pure adrenaline in every round. So what are you waiting for? Download one. Download them all. Just don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell because your next gaming obsession is just one click away. Even though I don't make gaming videos and it's more focused about on PCs, but whatever. Until then, stay awesome, stay free, and stay safe.